Kings, men, welcome to another Friday assessment. Yes. Let's get excited. Why? Because this is another week that you have made it across. You have pressed in and you said, I don't care what happens. What happened? I am going to do this Friday assessment. Why? Because my life is better because of the Friday assessment. Yes, thank you, men, for joining in today. Look, this is our time. This is our time to get before ourselves. Look. If you're honest with yourself, you can get honest results. Why? Why? Because they got this thing going around about fake it till you make it. Do you realize you can fake it till you make it and not even realize you done made it? Why? Because you're living a lie. That's why we want to get in there in front of yourself, get in that mirror, get in the mirror of self and do that Friday assessment. Yes, look, you can get in the mirror. I really want you, when you get in that mirror, that the mirror is the word of God, because that's what the word is. You are holding up a mirror. You're beholding yourself. You're beholding who you are supposed to be, because God gave us instructions of who we are supposed to be, who we are to become. That's why the Friday assessment is so important. It's so that you can be you, the real you can come forward. Because often in this life, because life hits us so hard, we start to live a lie. We start to live up to other people's standards. I told you, other people's opinion of you do not matter. Don't start living according to other people's opinion and making their opinions become facts in your life. It's a lie. You got to be what God called you to be. That's where I want to go today. Remembering your why. I need you. I believe it was Eric Thomas said, revisit the vision before it visits you. Revisit the vision before it visits you. And that's what happens in life. Oftentimes, oftentimes when you get your why, you get your purpose. And what happens is you got all the momentum because you have seen it. But what you did not see is the journey. That's what's so beautiful about it. God will show you the end. Then He's going to say, now you got to go back to the beginning. Because now He showed you your why. That is the reason that you get up every day. That's the reason that you strive every day. Those areas that you're succeeding in is good. It's all good. But now there's some areas that you're not succeeding in. Why? Because there's a journey that you have to go through. There's a journey that you have to go through in order to appreciate the why. The why has so much depth up in it that if you skip the journey, then it's very superficial, because you'll never understand the depth of your why. You'll never get the fullness of the effects of your why. That's why I need you to visit it, revisit your why, because oftentimes we get caught up in what we call life. And then what happens is when things are not going according to the way we want it or according to what the flesh said it should be, we get frustrated. We get perplexed. We lose energy. We feel like, you know, I say, when you punch it in your gut, you get a gut punch. And then what it does, it takes the wind out of you. But when you revisit your why, when you remember the why, you remember why you started on the journey. That's where things get deeper than the flesh. That's where it goes to the mental at that point. It's just like a race, a marathon. A marathon is, I think it's over 26 something miles. A marathon, if you talk to a marathon runner or a runner in general, they'll tell you that once you get the running, it gets beyond the physical. It gets beyond the, yes, you have the condition, but it goes beyond that and it becomes mental. Why? Because you have to start telling yourself that you can do, you have to tell yourself that your body is not tired. And when you do that, you start to change. There's all kind of fluids and bodily fluids, and there's other kind of changes that's going on in your body. That's the same thing that's coming against you in the spirit realm, so that you don't fulfill your purpose in this earth realm. Many people give up because of how hard things are, or how do I want to say it? How hard things are or appear to be. But you got to remember that things that are appearing, they're appearing, that they may stop you, that they may keep you in, they may get you stuck in the miry muck and the miry clay. But you got to remember that God is carrying you. You got to revisit it and be like, you know what? This is just part of the journey. If I don't go through this, then I won't learn. Then I can't appreciate the next phase. Why? Why? Remember your why. Because the why is what gets you up every morning. The why is what keep you going during the day. The why is what keeping you going when the doors are slammed in your face. The why is what keeping you going when so many people say no, because it's forcing you to dig deep. It's forcing you to grow. It's forcing you to stretch. All the king's men, all I'm saying today is don't give up. Remember your why. That is so important. Why do I say remember your why? Because Jeremiah told us before he was formed in his mother's womb, God said, I knew you. That meant that God said, I put purpose in your life. Before I formed you in before you was a seed, before the egg and the sperm germinated, I knew you. Look, you like, what do you, God said in the word, before I formed you in your mother's womb. That meant that the egg that haven't even met the thing that was going to fertilize it. That's what I'm trying to tell you today. That's how much God is into you. That he put purpose in you before you was born, but the enemy wants to distort your vision so that you kill it every day. He wants you to kill it every day. That I have no purpose of getting up. I don't have no reason of going out this door. Why am I here in this world? The enemy wants you to question those things. But God said, I already put the answer on the inside of you. I just need you to walk through this journey. That's what makes this life so fulfilling. All the King's men, I thank you once again for joining in today. Remember your why. Revisit the why, because it's so important. That's where you're going to get your strength. You can listen to all the motivational speeches and it'll take you all left and right, and you'll get even more confused and frustrated. But if you remember your why, because that's at the core of your being. Remember, God knew you before he formed you in your mother's womb, and he knew you was going to be at this point today. So all the King's men revisited. Remember. My prayer today is something that I said that's bless your life. So like, tag, share, drop me a line. Let me know what's going on. Drop me your information if you want me to even pray for you. We can reach out. I can reach out. We can connect. And I can help you along this journey. So all the King's men, my prayer is that something that was said today bless your life, that your life will never be the same. So have a blessed day, blessed weekend, and a blessed week to come. All the King's men, until next time, be blessed.